Yes, everybody, Russ from the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. Still got that sort of extra skip in my step at the moment. Isn't it nice? It's always nice. It's always nice. Anyway, if you're new around here, why don't you give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. We've got about 100 and we've hit 9,000 subscribers. You want to trying to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. Just to prove Stell wrong. So if you want to prove Stell wrong, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Start another account. Hit the subscribe button for that as well. And we'll get there. We will get there, my friends. Anyway, hope everyone is safe and well. Obviously, we're not doing it at 2:00 today. So we're actually confirmed now. We weren't going to be having Billy Horshaw. Billy Horshaw, obviously West Ham PGA, BMW PGA and World Match Play winner this year. He's going to have Billy on the channel today. Unfortunately, he's forgotten about the point with his kids this morning to go to. This morning, obviously, in the States. But it's okay. It's okay. He'll be here Thursday. Thursday, 2 p.m. UK time. We're having Billy on. Billy Horshaw. Have a late lunch and join me. Billy's gonna be on for about 20 minutes, and then the rest we'll just do our normal show. So it'll be a slightly shorter show, but Billy will be on Thursday, 2 p.m. So obviously we'll then talk about how we've turned over Man City, how we've stopped Man City having their 5th Carabao Cup in a row, or something ridiculous like that. And speaking of that, we've obviously got the match preview, which is on tonight. I believe it's 8:00 tonight. Anton will be on live at 8:00. Anton, Stato, and a Man City fan who I've had on my old channel, a while ago, DJ Daps, that MC Daps. He's a really lovely bloke, but he's on holiday. And I've just messaged him, and bless him, he's on holiday. He's in Dubai. All right for some. And he's going to be coming on. He's going to be coming on tonight. So just watch it and give it a like to appreciate the effort he's coming on tonight. So he'll be on tonight with Anton and Stato at 8 p.m. tonight. So yeah, then obviously tomorrow we'll have all the watch-alongs. There'll be no lunchtime show because it's a Wednesday. We don't have a lunchtime show on a Wednesday. So we'll have a watch-along, the build-up shows, and I'll probably dial in on the way home, walking back from to Pudding Mill Lane, hopefully, if all else fails, and I can get that side of the stadium. And then we'll have the Billy on Thursday rather, and we'll talk about homework. We'll talk about homework as well. And it's sort of the homework is going to be related to Billy. Makes sense. Anyway, let's see who we got in the chat. Happy Hammer very early. 3 minutes before we even started. Afternoon, wonderful Hammers. Afternoon to you too. James, good afternoon to you. A City friend of mine said to enjoy our cup final tomorrow. At what point are the big six going to take us seriously? James, I'm happy to not be in that conversation. Under the radar, that's the best way to be, man. Also, it's under the radar for our players as well. That's the best way to be. Although I was listening to TalkSport yesterday, and Darren Goff was saying how West Ham are, we're in the same conversation as in terms of stature of club as Everton's and Arsenal's, and so we are massive, as we all know. Afternoon, Ludders, or after all, everyone. Okay, Gaza, hope you're well. Mo, hope you're well. And Neil, everyone's talking to each other. We come from the excitement of beating Spurs now, Gaza. Kyle, how you doing, Kyle? Do you know what? I haven't seen you so long, I forgot to pronounce your name. So, Carl, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. Have you set Billy the homework? No, Billy's not getting homework. We've only got Billy for 20 minutes, so I'm not going to set him homework and get him to come up with a So what we'll have probably on Thursdays with Bill is Billy is if you've got any questions, get in the chat early when we've put it on, and we'll try and go through as many questions as possible. He's really strapped for time, but we've managed to get 20 minutes of his time, so that'll be great. So I'm looking forward to that. Luke, good afternoon. Simon, good afternoon. Tommy, Irish Tommy, how you on, my friend? Nice to see you, man. What else we got? Clive, I was listening to you, Clive. Listening to you and old Peachy boy. Good idea, Clive. I did a show about the backroom staff, which I think maybe we should broaden that out a bit, because I think that they deserve a lot of credit. You're totally right in the fact that we always forget about that backroom staff, but they're so important to West Ham's success at the moment. Yes, David Moyes is the Messiah, and Antonio and Bowen, but unless you've got a backroom staff behind them, and like Paul Nevin, You know, we've got obviously Kevin Nolan, we've got Stuart Pearce, we've got Billy McGinley, we've got old Big Dave Bellows, Big Dave Bellows, the big guy. You know, the big tall one. Obviously, Alan Irvine's still kicking about as well. You know, it's the whole package, and I totally agree. Russ, do you want Ollie in? Jack, the Liverpool fan, wants him in. I think everyone wants him in, apart from Man United fans. Marlon Darley. Any relation to Salvador? I'm not a West Ham fan, but it's not a sub. Marlon, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that's and obviously, you know, it looks like you're a Leicester fan as well. So, and a Barcelona fan. So there we go. Barcelona are my Spanish club of choice. I used to go to them, see them many, many times. Indeed, I had my stag do in Barcelona, where we went to the new camp and watched the game with all my mates. So I'm big affiliation for them. I have Thursday off. Might make a jaunt up to the old London town. Well, sell out, Luke. It's a sellout. 60,000 on a Wednesday in the cup. Have it. That's how massive we are as a club. I remember back at Upton Park, we'd get 18,000, 19,000 if we were lucky for a Carabao Cup. It shows how far we've come as a club and how engaged the fan base is at the moment. It's mental. Disabled team, hope you're well. Nice to see you on here. What we got here? I think Marlon supports Leicester. He does, like Leicester and Barcelona. Welcome. We have old Jack from Leicester Fan TV on quite a bit. Big friends of Jack. He's a lovely bloke as well. Russ Marlon was at the stadium with his son. He's always at the stadium. He's an ambassador, but yeah, he was with his son and his wife as well. Everyone's talking to each other. What's your email address, Russ? If it's a personal thing, best thing to do is just email where is it? Oh, where's it gone? Just to the WESTHAMNetwork@gmail.com, mate. Send it to that. If not, just message me on Twitter, DM me on Twitter, or whatever. Scott does. Oh dear. Afternoon, Rob. Are you well? That's still open. myamazlev@gmail.com if you want to send it to there as well. I keep that as well. Everyone's talking to each other. I love it. I genuinely love it. Everyone talks to each other. As I said, obviously up for the cup. I was going to start, as I was writing, I was like, oh, Europa Cup. No, it's not Europa Cup. It's the Carabao Cup. It just shows how far we've come, that we're still in all these cups and we're still in October. Yay! Still in October. It's all good. And we're still at the end of October and we're fourth in the league and we're, you know, a win away if we beat Genk and if Zagreb and Vienna play out a draw, we've won the group, which is mental. And yeah, absolutely mental. And obviously Carabao Cup, you know, we've obviously knocked out Man United, so here's hoping if we can get both sides of Manchester out of the cup. Finals, is that the last 16? Or would that be quarterfinals? It's quarterfinals then. So we haven't even started the FA Cup. Let's just enjoy it. I'm just so enthused about being a West Ham fan at the moment. As I said on Sunday, I saw Sean Wheatston and we were chatting and he can't remember a time being, you know, such a happy West Ham unity. You know, the whole team as just a team, and we've mentioned the backroom staff, which Clive mentioned, which I totally agree. We should do something a bit more about that. To think about how we can do that. About a show about the backroom staff. I think you're right, man. I know you do one. It really deserves its own show about the backroom staff. Maybe go into a bit more detail about what they do, maybe, or who they are. You know, so Paul Nevin, we don't really know who Paul Nevin is apart from the man who does this all the time on his microphone. But what's his role in the club? And you know, might be quite interesting to look at that. So yeah, the players and the fan base, and it just is all working at the moment. So just enjoy it while we can, man. Russ, can I answer you on DM? Of course you can if you want to. Afternoon, Farmer Snowman. Good afternoon to you. West Ham are finished above us this season, above United this season. Mark my word. I bloody well hope so again. I think you should. But you never know. If Ollie goes, you know, they reckon he might be going for a Tottenham game. They reckon, was it Conte might come in? Who knows? Maybe Ronaldo will be player manager. Who knows? Is it full capacity sold out? Well, I believe it is. It's completely sold out. No, for Wednesday now. You know, it's a good bit of marketing there by the club. You know, it's half term. It's, you know, kids. I think it's kids for £1 or something, or reduced tickets. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely mental. And again, just shows us where we are as a club in just, you know, getting a ticket for games. You know, selling out all these games and stuff like that. It's going to be a great atmosphere. You know, City. It's always a good game in City. You know, they might put their third team out, but their third team will probably still turn over most Premier League sides. So, and we'll have a few changes, I'd imagine, in preparation for the weekend. So, yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. As I said, Anton's going to be on tonight about, I think it's 8:00 he's on tonight. So make sure you check it out. It'll be a really good preview because we've got a really good guest. We've got DJ Daps. I love DJ Daps. He's a lovely guy. We had a really good chat we're on the old channel about Man City and West Ham. And there's this sort of mutual respect, I think, between the two clubs. You know, I think it's great that the last time that Noble's playing the last Premier League game at London Stadium, I always say Upton Park, but the last game, the Premier League game at London Stadium, will be against City, and I think that's great for us because I think there'll be a real mutual respect between West Ham fans and City fans. It's a weird, you know, there's certain affiliations, but there's a real affiliation there. A lot of players have played for both, you know, Bish and you know, Palo Wanchop and Berkovic and Trevor Sinclair, and there's but it just seems the personalities match, and so it'll be a great game. It'll be interesting to see the changes because obviously we've got Villa on the Sunday. And who have they got? Who have City got? City have got Crystal Palace at home. So it's a slightly easy game maybe for them. But there we go. Foundation playing at Norwich tomorrow. Good. How's young Farmer? Is he back in the fold? Is he ready? Is he fit? Simon sent me a picture of his lunch. How exciting for everybody. Let me just upload that so we can go through that and dissect Simon's lunch in a tick. Hope he's well. Lunch for the day has been sent to my Amazon 11. Okie dokie. Well, that's Simon's lunch today. He's got looks like a is that a salad sandwich on the left, and it looks like it's got for a cheese sandwich. He's got a sausage roll, looks like a bakery sausage roll. He's got some sort of thing of squares, the king of all squares, grab bag, of course. He's got Lucasade, he's got an apple, and he's got a cheese string. So a diverse platter there, very similar to a buffet lunch. If you're going to a wedding, bit of that. But fair play to you. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. But I appreciate that. Thanks for sending me the email. Russ, I would take Liverpool in the final, even if they beat us. I'd still be happy because Jack respects us. 64-66 was probably the last time fans were this happy. Yeah, probably. I'm happy for the West Ham fans. You deserve to win silverware this year. Sable team, I think, yes. Just simply yes, I agree. Did you see the video of both sets of fans at halftime trying to get through the door to each other? Such a mad thing. Yes, I did. Someone forgot to lock the door. Oh dear. But they just both stood in the doorway. No one did anything, would it? They were just throwing pints at each other. It's like you either open the door and go in, or you know, it's like the when you see the sort of the Green Street like video, like movies and stuff, and all they do is just jump and stand next to each other, don't they? Come on. I love it. It's all going so well at West Ham that my West Ham incoming shambles alarm is going mental, mate. But look, that's us as West Ham fans, though, isn't it? We're waiting for the speed bump. We had it towards the end of last season, didn't we? When Declan Rice got injured. We coped with Mikel Antonio being in and out, but Declan Rice was. But now, arguably, with I know Kroll, he might be back for tomorrow. I know he was definitely out. I know Soufal's definitely out until the Villa game, but Kroll might be back, and look, there's going to be a speed bump. We know it's going to happen. We don't know when, though. That's a great thing now. At least you saw, used to be, you look at the fixtures and you saw like a group of games, like that's when we're going to bugger up. We haven't really got that at the moment. Not going tomorrow, but looking forward to it enormously because we are massive. We are. But obviously, if you're not going to the game, obviously it is a sellout. Please join Anton tomorrow. He'll be doing the watch along. I don't know if Stell's going actually tomorrow. But anyway, Anton will be there, be doing the build up an hour before the game, or maybe half an hour before the game usually, and then doing the whole watch along, and then also doing the highlights show afterwards. I'll try and jump on the way back from the stadium like I did last game for the Europa League game, which worked quite well. So yeah, and we're starting to get, as you said, I had some nice comments. People sent me some nice comments personally about the dialing in from the supporters club and how it's looking really like professional. We've got a tripod. Hello, we've got a tripod and a light and handheld mics and in ears, and we're trying to improve it a little bit more because there's a slight delay because it's working, but we're getting there. I told you we'd get there. It's baby steps. Obviously, the supporters club isn't open after the game tomorrow, so it's only open pre-match. It was heaving on Sunday. I was literally, it was like in front of me, like top's completely shut. It was only because I walked in with all my stuff and they go, Russ needs to film. So I was only allowed in because I was filming, but otherwise I wouldn't have, it was mental. So make sure if you do go, make sure you get there early. I'm good. Thank you. WESTHAM, even their under 23s lost to our under 26 6-0. They did. And keep an eye out for that. We're going to try and do a bit more around the youth team and the women's games as well, because I think it's a really, really important part of our club, which we don't necessarily give it enough weight to. Do you know what I mean? Russ, did you see as far as our initiative, we're asking for old or unwanted shirts, clothing to broaden our profile in Africa, a contingent of many talents. Indeed, Clive. Indeed. And I think that's great. It's great that Gunner and Hammers are doing that because just top man. Yeah, they're lovely blokes as well. Our rubbish starts the season has put paid to all the rubbish being said last season. Our results were partly down to the fans not being at the games. And Irish Tory, that's all I wanted this season because everyone said we only had a good season because there's no fans there. The fans are giving this team that boost, which I think we could have, if the fans were in like last year after Christmas and the fans were there, I think we'd be in the Champions League. I really do. Because there's times where I think the Arsenal game when we drew through, that was frustrating, and a few other times where we sort of let leads slip a little bit, or maybe we didn't come back as strongly as we would. I think the fans give you that extra 20%, and that very much is apparent now. It's absolutely buzzing at the moment, mate. Place is bumping. As I said, yes, on Sunday. It was the first time I can remember. We've been there. This is 5 years, 6 years. First time I can remember. Because I'm in this like metal box, really. It was rumbling when that goal went in. The place was I could feel it like shaking a little bit. And ironically, that's why, because that box is called the photo finish box. And if you see next to it, there's a massive lump of like steel scaffolding, huge, and it's like, which leads to a platform. And originally that was where they were going to house the photo finish camera for the 100 meters, or for the finishing line during the Olympics. But because the stadium was rocking when the fans were going, it wouldn't work because the camera was too shaky. And I actually felt it for the first time, which went just like, it was mental. Cheese salad roll from the sausage roll, agree. But there's two sandwiches. Isn't it? Or is it a double whammy? Isn't it? Look, that to me looks like two sandwiches. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's a double cheese sandwich, but fair play to you. Right. Didn't seem to hear what's the attendance. I don't know. Same as that. Master Farmer is back and fit. Good. I like to see it. That's the famous cheese. Oh, it's fair play. Double roll. I like it. I hope West Ham can win silverware. It'd be great. I'd rather be playing City in the final rather than qualifiers. Simon Jesus. So may as well just eat a sugar sandwich. Sorry to miss the start. That's what's happened to the weekly. On the weekly, no, it was meant to happen, but then still had to sort something like in his personal life. Nothing major, but it was like I can't do it. I just can't do it. He's back next week. Don't worry, man. It's good being West Ham. He's Pete. Hope you're my friend. Need the wheels to come off to stop us fearing the wheels are going to come off. Yeah, very true. Very true. It's the anticipation, isn't it? Anticipation is worse than actually dealing with it. It's like on holiday. For me, it's always, I love the sort of the preparation for the holiday, the anticipation of a holiday. when you go, you're worried about, oh, I've only got 10 days left. And it's the build up. So I think that's what's getting us a bit angst. Will we play Antonio tomorrow? I don't think so. Man. Why is the game not being televised? No idea. Helen, Pat. Hope you're well. Russ needs tripod who misses. Sky deemed the Preston Liverpool is the better game. Well, it's not a giant killing. It could be, but it won't be. Fair play. Everyone's talking to themselves. Nice to see. Russ, I saw Kate Longhurst at Morrison's 4 p.m. Sunday. Love Kate. We're trying to get on the show to do a preview soon. Hopefully a few weeks' time. Papa John's trophy tonight for West Ham under 21s, or is it under 23s? Don't mind Sky showing Preston better than the same old teams. That's what I mean. Fair play to Preston. Yeah, it's great. Best Preston, it'd be good. It'd be good money for them as well. It's because Sky, there's the guaranteed goals, indeed. Pat Holland fan. Hey, how you from Canberra? Evening, mate, or good afternoon in here. Hi, I had a dream about Stell, me, and Anton in a hot tub as Russ plays the tunes. Now, let's dissect this a bit, GP. Firstly, why am I not in the hot tub? Is it lack of size? Is it one of those really cheap ones? And secondly, what am I just there perving with like a DJ setup? I'm watching you three bathe, wallow in a warm bath, basically with bubbles. That's a hot tub is it's just a hot bath, isn't it? And I'm playing tunes, watching. Sounds a bit pervy. Please let me know. Russ, is it true that Matt Damon's apparently so, but I don't know why. I don't know how. Surely they could have attached a gyro to prevent the shaking. Mate, they could have, but I think it's something like Google it. It's like 50 grand or something like that sort of thing cost the Olympic Committee to put up, and it didn't work. It worked perfectly when it was what's name, when there was no fans in the stadium. But as soon as people did, I don't feel any team. Dino, hey, well, bring on City. I don't feel any team at the moment. I think we'll give any team a go. And even if we don't win our 4th game in a row, we'd have had a bloody good go. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't criticise the players because they, it is City. So in all honesty, it's a free hit, isn't it? It's a free hit. So let's see what happens. Anton was staring at your thighs. Russ game is on Talk Sport. There we go. With Samantha Face and Alvin will be there. The role is called a double decker. There we go. GP, you need professional help, mate, and expensive. Set out tomorrow night should be a great atmosphere. It should be, man. It should all. Every game at the moment is a great atmosphere. While we're, and as you said, we may well see a speed bump sometime in the road, but we're all enjoying being a West Ham fan at the moment. So it's me. Oh, hang on, I'm back. Sorry, I do apologise. My internet decided it didn't want to work for 2 seconds, but I know it's not very fast at the moment. I do apologise. It'll get better. I don't know what's up with it, but anyway, we'll sort it out. Maybe Mrs. Budden's on a call as well. So for me, it's. I was listening to more than just a podcast today, and Nigel was moaning about his old about the light show and stuff. But I love all the light show and and the fact that Tottenham was all like singing songs about Tottenham and da da da. But for me, I never really lived. I've a few Millwall games, but Millwall have never been the same league for us for a very long time. So for a lot of younger fans, it is Tottenham's their game, isn't it? So it's what it is. Everyone's got an opinion. Same as an arsehole. We've all got them. 2 years ago, West Ham fans wanted Moyes done. 2 years later, he's 4th. It's crazy, mate. It is, Marlon, and it's simple. It's a simple thing. He's earned the trust. He's earned the trust of West Ham fans by delivering. Delivering, not paying huge amounts of money on players, buying the right players for the team, buying the right players for the ethos, and the results are showing. But he's going back to the beginning. He's going back to the beginning. Like he's doing a simple thing. He's building a team. He's building a squad. He's building a unit, including the backroom staff, and he's bringing the fans along that journey as well. And so we're all buying into that. And he was so successful in Everton. The only blind you want for me is, where would we have been if he hadn't gone before Pellegrini came in? The sort of 18 months where there was him. A lot of money was spent. We may have been 18 months further down the line, but that's me again being a West Ham fan and always looking for a slight angle. When they say a problem shared is a problem half, not in this instance, GP, I think a lot of people are going to be having weird dreams tonight. I still want to know, am I outside? Am I in the vicinity of the hot tub? Or how is that working? Picture me a schematic of how it all looks. I'm very interested. Russ, your body would put those three to shame. As I said, it's not the size of the nail, it's the hammer banging it in with. So yeah, although Anton's big hench as well. Ooh, Stell's like the rose in between two thorns. Let's say that. According to Tottenham fans, rather, they were louder than the West fans, which I find hard to believe. They weren't. But it's away fans always sing more, don't they? So they might see that they are louder. But I think, for me, also, something Nigel said today on the podcast made perfect sense. I think there's a case, I think, where they put the mics. So apparently some people said it sounded quite subdued. It did not sound subdued to me. The atmosphere sounded banging. So anyway, what was this show coming to? Talking about football? It's not. I know. I do apologise, Rob. Sometimes we do. But that's it. If you come in and think, we're not going to talk football. Sometimes we do. You would be in my dream hot tub, not like GP forgets his mate. He still hasn't given me the full breakdown of what's happening in this hot tub, this fantasy dream he's had. I would like a bit more information, to be honest, because maybe it's a good idea for a calendar for the new year. Part of our calendar shoot. It's a disgrace and Moyes didn't we manage him up. But he's a West Ham manager, isn't he? That's the trouble, Tommy. It's probably going to be a disgrace when the England team comes out and Bowen's not in the squad. Outside, surely health and safety feature. Well, that's what I mean. But am I like? I want to know what's happening with like the DJ setup and the hot tub. Is maybe I've got a canopy. I don't know. Still back soon. He's back. Yeah, he couldn't do yesterday. Yesterday he had a bit of an emergency, which was all sorted. But he was maybe doing a weekly yesterday. But yeah, Still was back in the fold. Yeah, he's all back. He was. If you saw the highlight show for the Spurs game, Still was doing the old Mikey with Wiggy. So Wiggy was reintroduced to the West Ham Network group. We met Gary Marbles. No idea, but Gary Marbles. But he also imports granite. So there we go. Gary Granite would have sounded. I think Gary Granite sounds better than Gary Marbles. Because Gary Marbles he sounds to me like he's a bit of a nutter, or Gary Granite, rock, Gary. Oh, what's your name? Oh, I'm Gary. I'm Gary Granite. What's your name? I'm Gary. Gary Marbles. No, it's got to be Gary Granite. I'll have a word with him. Rush, do you think there is some similarities between Moyes and John Lord Lyle? Pat, that's not my place. I was never around to see the Lyle era, so I've heard of the man and the great man himself, and I've spoken to a lot of ex-players about him. What a fantastic manager he is. And yes, players talk about Moyes, but I don't think we're anywhere near that yet, mate, personally. And again, it's different. Obviously someone who lived through that era would be able to talk about it, live for it properly. Obviously I wasn't even a glint in my dad's eye when we won the FA Cup. So there we go. But other people who were around that time, be interesting to see what they said. It's a good show, Russ. Whatever the topic, it's me waffling on. I don't do the show. It's you guys and what you say. I was in the Bobby Moore stand, and no way with Tottenham louder. Couldn't hear him. Full stop. It normally goes to the manager who has won the league. They told me. I don't disagree. I don't agree with it. Moyes was unfortunate. Did you see Vlasic playing on the left tomorrow? Do you see? Would you prefer? I reckon both might play. I reckon Masuaka may play left back tomorrow. Maybe. I think Cresswell does need a rest. But we're not playing till Sunday. So maybe rest. I mean, I can see Vlasic playing. I think Vlasic will be playing a lot of the Europa League games and also the cup games just because he needs the minutes, doesn't he? I mean, obviously, I won't want to tread on Anton's preview tonight, but for me, it'll be Areola in goal. It'll be a back four of... I'd put Masuaku, Dawson, Diop, and maybe... No, I don't think I'd put Johnson in. Or would I put Johnson in? Because I think Soufal might be back for the... Bless me. Would I put Ashby in? I might put Ashby in. I might put Fredericks. I might put Fredericks in. Put Fredericks. Is he still... I think it's okay. Then the two in midfield, I'd probably put Kral and one off Rice or Souček. I think they'll play one of them. And then it would be probably Vlasic, Lanzini, and Yama and Bowen up front, maybe. I don't know. To what extent do we feel a weakened team tomorrow? Should we use the Europa Cup sort of team or keep Zuma? After all, it's Villa next. I think it'll go to a Europa Cup team personally, but look, Moisey just throws it in there, and that's why we don't know. If we don't know as fans, what the hell is Pep going to know about it? The FA don't want the transparency of the so-called broken up. West Ham have broken the top six without spending millions and millions, which is great for fans. It is, and Leicester as well last season as well. Don't forget. A bit worried. Legit, could Man United go for Moyes, then pinch Rice next summer? I don't think they're going to get Moyes, mate. I don't think they're going to go back to that. They're going to get a Conte or someone like that, or Zidane or someone like that, aren't they? 5 at the back tomorrow, possibly. Who knows? I just see there in the chat. Vlasic needs games to improve. He does. He needs minutes. And the only way he's going to get minutes is in the cup game. Here we go. Had to prompt me into commentating, didn't you? Commenting Masuaku. Still, man, I think he's gonna come on. Hope Lily's right, man. I reckon he might get a game. Allergic to yeah, that's what it was. It was a sneeze. It was like a sense. I could sense Stell was around. A Stell sense. Not a sixth sense, a stealth sense. Make sure you play a song for Scott and I tomorrow. I'm off to see Chelsea tonight. 2 matches in 2 days. Gonna be knackered on Thursday. Good luck to you. I would back the midfield out and then stifle them. Fair play. Bowen needs a rest, I think. But who's going to play? I don't know. Why was Fredericks playing on his wrong side of the Masuaku? Good point. So maybe Fredericks might play left back tomorrow. Right, so what about Nobes? You're not considering him for tomorrow? Possibly. I think City are going to would overrun us in midfield. Maybe play him 3 midfield. I don't know. That's the exciting thing, man. That's the exciting thing. You just don't know. Maybe Noble. I think Noble's a cameo man at the moment. I really think so. Although he did play the whole game against United, didn't he? So maybe it will be Noble and Kroll in the middle. I've got a feeling the same as the Europa League. No, you're probably right. Yeah, he'll probably Noble and Kroll in the middle, and he'll put Rice on the bench. When he's still back on the show, seems like he's been on holiday. He was meant to be on yesterday, but things, life gets in the way sometimes, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with that. And so, yeah, Stell's gonna be back. He was back on Sunday. He's back on Sunday. GP more worried about Newcastle getting Moyes players. I don't think Moyes is going to there, mate. I don't think so. Nothing wrong with Masuaku if he's a wing back. So Stell reckons Fredericks. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I'm thinking whether. Do you know? Personally, I'd give Ashby a run out. Right back. We know what Ben Johnson's like. We want to keep him fit just in case. Soufal, he's apparently going to be back at Villa, but you never know, do you? Still, would you throw Log? Yeah, I mean, what about some of the youngsters? I mean, Alesse as well. I mean, centre backs. I think we've got that covered. But yeah, best good shout, man. Vlasic up top. That won't fancy him up top against whoever City put centre back wise. Good to see. Screenshot that. Stell says I made a good point. There we go. But I think Ashby will be a good shout. Because Johnson's on number 2. He's on number 2 right back, and you want to keep them fresh. But Ashby's on the bench, being on the bench for quite a long time, and it'd be good to get him a run out. I was reading today actually. I wasn't reading. I was listening to Mr. Wheatston. That if Fabianski stays fit for the rest of the season, they go offer him a 1-year extension, which will be interesting in terms of our whole Fabianski or Areola and or Sam Johnson. Who knows? Longer or Alessi. I mean, but Alessi's a unit. He's a proper unit. I like Alessi. He's big, good thighs. I think we should chuck in some kids. We need to blood them at some point. But against City, could they? I think you want to keep. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? You want to keep this momentum going. There's a real momentum about the team, and we're winning. We've won 3 on the row, 3 on the road, 3 in a row. We've got Villa on Sunday. A great win or a really good performance keeps that momentum going for Villa. And I appreciate players coming in and out, but not to the detriment of the team. Don't you forget when old Big Sam. When Big Sam, bloodied all the kids in. We've had a few of them on. We had Sebastian Leggett and stuff like that, and they got absolutely turned over. Then the whole morale went, boo, we can't afford the morale to drop. Ocaflex on the bench. I bloody well hope so, because I'd love him to come on full house and show him what he can do, because he is quality. Why shouldn't we play our best team? We should. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing our best team, but obviously the issues are injuries and the risk of injuries. But it's the same as every game, man. So why not? I don't think it will happen, but we never know. You're having a good season when there's so many options for Moyes to choose from. That's what I mean. And if we can't decide amongst our 40 or 50 or so self, how's any manager going to make a decision? Apart from maybe apart from the Premier League 11, Europa League, Carabao Cups, FA Cups, different teams. Ashby would be a decent choice. Do you know what? That was he was a shining light, those 2 Carabao Cups last year. I think he's brilliant, and he's on fire. Johnson will come in on a 3-hour relief with Johnson. I think that's what's going to happen. I think you're right. I think we've given Areola a season to look at him, and as I said, Sam Johnson's still around. I reckon, yeah, you're right. I think he's out of contract at the end of the season. He can come in, be our goalkeeper for the next 10 years. No worries. Fab could be a decent number 2 for a year. By then, hopefully, someone like Ngang or maybe Trot, maybe Ngang more, to be honest, will be our number 2, and that's how but then we'll have a nucleus that will stay. I thought it might be an Areola, but it's a lot of money in it. It's a lot of money, so we'll see. Cheap option to buy, and it's very true. All right, Ocaflex, but he's not quite ready for Man City. But he's a bit small. The end product isn't that consistent. But you'd bring him on. I'd throw him on to this game, because this is Man City, like divided by 3. So it's not their first team, it won't be their second team, but their third team. So that's what I say. Back to the hot tub situ. Were you on the I don't know. GP hasn't come back. So, obviously for anyone who's joined, GP told us about a dream he's had, which had Anton Stell and him in a hot tub, me playing the tunes. But there was no whether I was in the hot tub playing the tunes. Could do it on a phone, maybe, with a bit of obviously with a waterproof camera, a waterproof case, so I didn't ruin it. I could be outside. GP never told us, mate. I'm still on tenterhooks like yourself. Aren't the kids playing in the cup tonight? So they'll be playing. Well, I think we'll see who's playing in the cup, and then whoever's not, probably more likely to be on the bench for tomorrow. Chester's to start. Why not? Get old Dan around out. Get old Danny boy. Tommy's gone Mariano, Fredericks, Dawson, Diop, Longer, Kral, Noble, Vlasic, Lanzini, Chester's and Ocaflex. I'd love that. But I think there's a cut. I can have a couple more first teamers in there, or starters, first team starters in there. I don't think Ocaflex will start. Chester's maybe. It's a shout. But no, I think it's a great. I think for me, it'd be great. It would. I think it would not take us over the edge, but I think it will really give a good feel-good factor if we had a few youngsters in the squad who play a bit of football, who play tomorrow. So just because I just think that's what we want, don't we? We want a good team that are playing well with an academy, with youngsters coming through. And for a lot of people, they don't see the under 23s or the under 18s. So they don't know how good some of these players are. I've been fortunate to watch the under 23s quite a bit. Obviously, they play a few games at London Stadium as well. And And for me, like, I know he's like, yeah, I love Ashby. I think he's one for the future. I think Alessi's one for the future as well, and Okaflex and Chester's. I mean, there's it's good times. There's good times coming through. I reckon. I only remember Russ on the 15% off till December 25th. What? GP, right? Was I in the hot tub when you had your dream, or was I outside? That's all I want to know. That's literally all I want to know. With all respect, Tommy, that team will be beaten comfortably, maybe, but they'd never go, wouldn't they? And it's a free hit tomorrow. Let's be honest, it's a free hit tomorrow. City have won 4 Carabao Cups in a row. You know, they haven't lost the Carabao Cup for God knows how long. So it is. Follow the Under-23s Rising Hammers on YouTube. And watch out for that. You know, obviously we're looking to maybe do a lot more content. Talk about the Under-23s and Under-18s in a lot more detail. Maybe for a separate show. Who knows? Maybe so, but it's a priority for me. If we don't have a Europa League, I'll put out a stronger team. Yeah, fair enough. I was joining 2-3. It's good to see the youth players pushing for the first team indeed. So I was outside the hot tub. So am I right? Okay, last question before this. Am I in like swing shorts and flip flop, or am I like dressed? Because I think if I'm dressed, it look weirder than if I was in swimming shorts. And am I? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have a weird dream tonight, mate. I've been having weird dreams the last few days, and this is just top, tips me over the edge. Irish Tory, worst thing for us tomorrow is the hammering. We need to make. I agree. I understand what you mean. Speedos, surely Speedos. As I said tonight, 8 o'clock. We've got the preview for said Man City game. It's 8 o'clock UK time, where you had trunks on and a hairy chest. Well, he's got that right. Trunks, French made outfit. Ooh la la. Butler in the buff. Don't think we get hammered. City will play a very weakened team themselves. Yeah, but Tommy, they're very weakened team could turn over any Premier League side really. Outside probably the greedy 6, I'd say. But I think there's going to be some chat. We know there's going to be changes. How many? Which ones? We don't know. But as I said, Anton will be here tonight with Stato and MC Daps. MC Daps from Never a Foul YouTube channel. Was it Feed the Goat? Is their Man City channel? He's a lovely bloke, Daps. He's very knowledgeable about Man City. He's dialing in from Dubai, bless him, because he really wanted to come on the show. So he's on holiday. It's all right for some. But yes, so he'll be there. So make sure at 8 o'clock tonight. No live show, no lunchtime live tomorrow. It's Wednesday. But Thursday, we're going to have a late lunch. Book yourself a late lunch. 2 p.m. UK time. Billy Horschel, he's on the show. We've got about 20 minutes of his time, and we're going to be asking loads of questions about West Ham. He went to the Tottenham game on Sunday, was his first game at the club. He's been supporting for the last 15 or so years. Lovely bloke. I want to ask him who paid the bill when him and Deck and Mark went out for a meal after winning the BMW PGAs. All those questions, get them in, and we'll have a giggle. We'll have about 20-25 minutes of his. I think about 20 minutes of his time, and then we'll do a little bit extra as always. Then, with that in mind, with Billy Ho in mind, what I'm seeing is banana hammock, dolphins beak. Well, that's down to the Manscaped, man. That's down to the Manscaped. Don't forget Manscaped, 20% off plus free shipping at checkout if you use the code WESTHAMNETWORK. There we go. We have quite a large chest. I had a large chest. Thank you for noticing. We have quite a large chest of riches. Must be celebrating the prospect of the future club. I only have 2 players on there who aren't regularly first. Not as bad as the team as some. I'll tell me. Yes, your opinion. And I think carrying a tray of powdered mims. There we go. Budgie Smugglers, charming. Anyway, as I said, in preparation, I set people homework on a Tuesday to give in on Thursday. And with Billy Horschel, I think he's world number 20 golfer, and ranked number 20, PGA, BMW winner, and world match play winner. I thought we'd do a West Ham golf 11. So I'm thinking Demit T. Payet, that type of thing. Robert Green, of course. Peter Putler. you're welcome. A West Ham Golf 11. So that's your homework for tonight and for tomorrow. So there we go. There we go. Anyway, guys, as always, I'd like to thank every one of you for joining me, and also thanks to all the lovely members. If you want to be a member, become a member of the Barmy Army, there down there somewhere is a join button. Click on that. Check out the tiers. Lots of, you see the people with all the green and the logos, and they got special emojis and all that type of stuff. Loads of cool stuff. But yeah, so check it all out. As always, I'd like to thank them all separately at the end of these shows. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Get those jabs. Get those jab boosters if you want as well. Come on, you irons. As I said, Anton will be on tonight at 8 p.m, so make sure you check that out. And then he'll be with the build-up show and the watch-along show tomorrow as well. I'll try and hop on the review show at the end, walking back from the station. But until next time, my friends, take care, stay safe, and thanks to our lovely members. Cheers.
It's like a family tree.